All right. All right, guys, good morning. It says that the computers are saying that we are on the air. So thank God for Jesus for that. Good morning, guys. It is a throwback Thursday. It is Thursday, what is it, October the 13th, 2022, 11 minutes after the hour. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Good morning, guys. We truly appreciate you. I'm very excited to be here this morning. The chat room is open. I'm going to take a look at it real quick. I'm for sure it is. Or if you love to call in, the number is 570-982-6950. So, call in 570-982-6950. Sponsored by Comedy World Network. We appreciate you guys over there. Also distributed by Comedy World Network. Thank you so much. Special shout out to all our affiliates. I say it each and every morning because it means so much to me that people put in the effort to do what they can for the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team because they see this vision along with myself. So I definitely want to thank all our affiliates throughout the country, and thank you so much. My beloved Lee Scott is in the chat room. Mickey McGregor's in there. Okay, we're going to get this thing popping in a minute. You could Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team. All the links come up. Thank God. Like my mother say, thank God for Jesus. We truly appreciate you so much on all social media platforms. I say it every day. But, I say this because a lot of new folks are listening. So, I know we have our veteran listeners, and thank God for you guys. I appreciate you. We're on social media, of course. You already know all of them. Just type in the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. All the links come up. Now, again, I always say this, and it's the truth. This is where you get your morning love. But most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. So before I start, I'm going to give you guys a special round of applause for taking the time out in your morning to listen to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show and Wake Up Team. Listen or watch it or whatever you do. I'm going to clap for you guys. You guys are the true MVPs. Let's go. B-Love's going to be on the phone in 1 minute. I'm getting to get to her. I'll give you a Cindy J update in a minute. Now I want to share this because I'm a little riled up this morning. And I'm a little tired before I get into this thing. B, I'm going to call you in 2 seconds. As a matter of fact, B, do me a favor, call in in 1 minute. 60 seconds, call in. Let me get everything together for when B Love calls in. Give me 1 second, guys. Here we go. Before I start, I'm right here, guys. I didn't go nowhere. Look, hold on. I'm right here. I didn't go nowhere. Before I start, I want to say this. Okay? You know me. I'm gonna tell on myself. I've been tired. Throwback Thursday. Putting in this work. I'm not complaining. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm not complaining. By the grace of God, I'm very booked and busy, as the young folks would say. Before I get into this movement, I'm a little riled up this morning. Good morning. Kwani Kwan's in the house. God bless. Kwani Kwan is in the house without a doubt. Cooling out. That's Kwani Kwan, no doubt. We're going to shout out the room tomorrow. Okay, so yesterday, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't reading the information. I'll tell you a quick story before I get into this thing. Yesterday, I told you guys I was going to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, because I was featuring for the world famous Michael Blackston out there. 1,500 people, theater is crazy. And, of course, I'm excited about it. This is what I do. This is my journey, stand-up comedy. I love my podcast, and I love what I do here each and every morning. As obviously, you can see that I'm here, and I'm totally committed 100%. But stand-up comedy is what I do. And yesterday, I got the call the other day, open up for Mike Blackston. We got the money for you good. Let's get there. I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? Like I'm excited about any other show that I do. And guess what? I get in a car yesterday. I start driving to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour and a half away from me. 30 minutes into the trip, guess what? Realize the show is tonight. It's not tomorrow. It wasn't yesterday. I'm driving to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania last night for no reason. I turn back around and go back home. So I got to check myself on that. There's a lot going on with me. But I thought that was funny. I get home, my wife's like, "What happened?" I said, "The show's tomorrow." Thank God I didn't put my outfit on because you know damn well I'm wearing that tonight. So shout out to the driving on Highway 87. Have you ever did that, guys? Have you ever drove somewhere and know that it was the day before, it was 3 hours early, and you're like, what the hell? And then I text New York King Talent, which would be at the IMU 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania, on Sunday. I'm like, yo, I even told him, I said, listen, I'm running late because there's a lot of traffic. He's like, what are you talking about? The show's tomorrow. That's how I found out. I said, oh my God. So Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, we'll be there tonight, God willing. Now, enough of that, because I felt at the same time I felt a little embarrassed. So I need, I always telling on myself. And then at the same time, it was a feeling of mixed emotions because I was running a little late. Remember, it's a big show, thousands of people. Michael Blackson, he's the African king of comedy. He sells out everywhere he goes. And I'm like, you can't be late on shows like that because they won't put you on and you lose all the money. So it's like any other job. Now, this is what I want to talk about. And welcome to the show, my beloved Lee Scott. What's going on? Audrey A. Johnson. What's going on, guys? God bless all you guys. I'm a little riled up because it's something that we didn't talk about the last couple of days, and I do apologize. We're supposed to be up on top of these news stories, especially this is pertaining to sports. And I'm not a sports fan like my beloved Lee Scott and all the others men in the chat room and women, but I used to be very well versed in sports, but it's too much going on. But the things that we didn't talk about the other day was the Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors punching Jordan Poole. This is big news in sports. Draymond Green, potential Hall of Fame basketball player. I think he's been with the Golden State Warriors. I look up the stats. B-Love, look up his stats real quick. He's been with the Golden State Warriors for about 10 years. He's always been, he's a power forward that he's 6'7". He's a big man. He's very intimidating. He can guard any center on any opposing team in the NBA. He's sort of like the modern day Dennis Rodman in a sense, but his behavior is reckless. He's always getting into fights. He leads the leagues in technicals. He's always get thrown out the game. He's one of those type of players. Nothing wrong with that. Dennis Rodman used to get thrown out of the game. He used to get technical fouls and all, and just being just disruptive emotionally on the basketball court. And then he got into some altercations with some players throughout his career. And he's just been like teetering that line of are you a thug or you a basketball player? So I like that. But anyway, the other day, reported by TMZ because there was leaked footage of the Golden State Warriors practice where him, Draymond Green, and Jordan Poole, who's a newer member of he's a new guy in the league. I'll get his stats in a minute. They got into the trash talking. They're at practice. Maybe it's a heated discussion about practice. Guys are talking, and there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe there's more little lip service. There's nothing wrong with that either. But the video was leaked of him and Jordan Poole going at it a little bit. And then it seemed like Draymond Green snapped, approached Jordan Poole. I'll show you the video in a minute. Good morning. The ambassador of the chat room is in the building, Vanetta George. Aggressively walked up to Jordan Poole, who's sort of considered like a rookie in the NBA, a few years in the lead. And he walked up to him so aggressively that Jordan Poole sort of pushed him, sort of like to push him away, like this defending his ground, defending his territory as a man. You're not going to have another man just walk up on you like that and not put your hands up. I think put his hands up, pushed him in the chest, and Draymond Green violently punches him in the face, man. He punched him in the face like somebody spit on his mother. He punched him in the face like he never even knew who this person was. He punched him in the face to hurt and to me, like, kill this guy. I'm gonna show you guys the video. It's got me charged up, man. On a Throwback Thursday. He punched this man to the point for me that there is no repairing of a relationship. On a Throwback Thursday, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. He punched this guy where, if that was me, get me off the team, get him off the team, there's going to be some beef. There is no way that we can work together ever again. And my whole thing is the Golden State Warriors as a basketball team, they praise themselves on being this community-loving organization. They hold us, they stand as high for their players. Draymond Green is a captain of the team. And you're one of the captains of the team and you're behaving like this, the Golden State Warriors, who thank God haven't extended his contract, they need to suspend him. They suspend him for practice. He's ready for the regular season. So my whole thing is, what's good with the Golden State Warriors? What do you believe in? If he did this at a corporate office, he would be fired. He has this superior talent as a basketball player. Does that give him a pass? And then, you know what he did? He goes up and he has a press conference to apologize. And what type of apology did he give? It was an awful apology. He apologized to Jordan Poole's mother and father and his family, and he apologized to his family. Sort of the same thing like Chris Rock and Will Smith. He apologized to everybody but the guy that he hit. Hold on. And my whole thing about this is, hold on, let me call you. The way I feel about this situation is this man should get fired off the team. Now, more of the sports pundits are saying, hey, the practices are never leaked. Somebody in the stands. B, you there?
I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. Everybody, B Love's on the phone. God bless.
Morning,
someone in the stands, in the audience, I guess I don't know who it is, somebody that worked for the Warriors. They have closed practices. This guy was filming the whole incident on his cell phone. The whole entire, so it's nothing that the Golden State Warriors can defend. They saved the coach's ass, Steve Kerr, because Steve Kerr was about to get up there and say, nah, it was nothing. It's just, regular, what guys do. But the problem with the history with Steve Kerr is, back in the day, if you didn't notice, the world famous Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in the face.
That's right, he did.
But the difference, everybody, B's on the phone. We're going to chop this up real quick before we move on. This thing got me riled up, especially when I saw the video. The difference between Steve Kerr and Michael Jordan, I'm not co-signing anything. There was no video of it. See, the times that we live in today, the video takes everything to a whole nother level. Yep. You can easily downplay someone getting punched in the face at practice. But when we see the video and we see how violent it is, there's a problem. And the Golden State Warriors, shame on you as an organization. If I was Jordan Poole, B-Love, and then we're going to get your thoughts, and we're going everybody, welcome to the show, guys. If I was Jordan Poole, just on the minimum retaliation, B-Love, let's press charges. Let's press charges of assault. Go through the court system. I don't want to be around this guy. He's a threat to me. I can't go to work no more. At least do that, because where I'm from the Bronx, from the hood, and y'all know my story, and y'all know my life, we ain't going through this. That ain't happening. It's going down. Nobody goes to work.
Right.
Nobody goes to work. Everything stops. Yo, Shawn Harvey's bugging. We got to trade him to the Cincinnati Bobcats because this is not going down like this. Yo, okay, so Draymond Green, what are you? You a basketball player? Are you thugging out there? Because if you're about that life, stop playing basketball and thug it out. How do you, and for the Golden State Warriors organization and the fans of the Golden State Warriors, man, I know we don't give a damn half the time because I always talk about polarization, but how do you go to a game and cheer on this dude who damn near broke this guy's face? The Golden State Warriors suspend this guy for the entire year, just like the basketball coach. But they're more concerned about who leaked the video. Oh, God, I hope you don't work for the organization, whoever you are, because you're getting fired.
That's right. As you should.
I'm going to show you guys the video in a minute. But if this was a normal workplace and somebody went into the job, and I'm not comparing it to Draymond Green, and do me a favor, look up his salary and how many years he played in the NBA. He got to be a freaking millionaire. I understand that. I understand the level of talent that he brings to the team. But that excuses him for his behavior. And this guy, Jordan Poole, I'll show you the video. I know I said that 16 times. This guy was in a non-threatening position. He was in a non-threatening position. He was not going. I could see if he pulled out a weapon or he puts his hands up and he starts to fight. I get that. It was none of that. When Draymond Green approached him, he approached him in an aggressive, violent way, like he blacked out. And the Golden State Warriors, you only suspend him for practice, an exhibition game. The regular season starts and everything's good. And then what roused me up the most, B, is, and I'll play a little bit of it. Draymond Green had a press conference. He got up there and had a press conference, and it made me sick the way he explained this whole situation. Wait, let me. Here go. And B, we'll give your thoughts and everything.
Nobody's saying it's okay, of course. But
Here goes Steph
of course,
Curry.
people fight, tends to happen. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. I guess knowing that, what's the mood like of the teams? Is something like they understand stuff like this happens, or is there kind of an awkwardness in the air?
I mean, the vibe today in practice was great. Trying to take advantage of this week and make it about basketball, our preparation for the season.
They're only thinking about B. It's sad that some of these players are downplaying what he said. Now here go a little bit of Draymond Green, guys. Then we get into your thoughts. Got me riled up this morning. Listen to this guy.
Hello to everyone here. For obvious reasons, we're all here. I'm going to address those, give my thoughts, give my sentiments, and then I'll take questions. There's a reason I didn't do this on, I know everyone was expecting me to go speak on my podcast. And quite frankly, I don't hide from anything. I own my mistakes. And to go sit on my podcast would be not taking questions and hiding from the issue at hand. And so I wanted to acknowledge that, and for those out there that thought that, those were just your thoughts, but I wanted to do this first before I just went and sat in front of a computer screen and said whatever it was that I wanted to say. In my emotional state and how I deal with my emotions, I think one thing that I lack is how to let emotions out. I think growing up in Saginaw, Michigan, the way I grew up, dealing with the things that you have to deal with, you learn to internalize a bunch of things. And
B, they always blame it on the childhood.
I know.
They always blame it. Hold on.
You know, without the serious as they have and are doing. But for whoever leaked the video, it did the same thing to me that is intended to do to the world. You know, it's an audio-less video. It's a video that cuts to me walking right to him. You know, and so the video serves the purpose that it was supposed to serve. And it had me in the same mind state of like, wow, this is terrible. This is awful. And by the way, it is terrible and it is awful. Like, just because of the way the video is cut up and is not released with audio and all of those things, what I did was wrong. You know, so regardless of the video leaking or not, regardless of how the video was leaked, with audio or without audio, I was wrong. And so I accept that. And I will move forward with that. But in saying that, you asked my thoughts of what I thought of the video, and those are my thoughts.
Draymond, you probably asked yourself 1,000 questions in the last few days, but have you, for somebody to go to that extreme, usually, you know, you got to be taken there. Have you wondered how you got to that point?
I'm pretty in tune with myself. I can.
Enough of this guy right now. We'll get back to him in a minute, B. I guess everybody is scared of this guy. You need Tony Soprano to bring this guy down. Oh, my God. Draymond Green, everybody's scared of you. You the big bully, and you can articulate all the BS. But there should be some consequences for your actions, brother. Yo, you a thug, man. If you're a thug, then let's bring all the bullies. Your thoughts real quick, B-Love.
I hate to see any kind of situation like this because, you know, in the past week, all we've been talking about have been all of these situations where it comes to our people and what's going down with them and their shenanigans. And to me, again, they're just disruptions. Draymond Green has always been a very passionate player. I've seen him play on Golden State against when they were on top. Play, for Golden State, which, by the way, he makes about $25 million a year with the Golden State Warriors. Looking up his salary, but he's always been a really passionate kind of player. And we were just talking the other day about this millennial-ish, and I'm like, no offense, I want to hear what was said. Because for someone to put themselves out there and compromise themselves out there, especially professionally, you reckon your whole $25 million bag, something had to have triggered him. And that's the stuff we don't want to talk about. And that's what he was saying. I like that the video did its job, which is to put him in a poor light. But we don't know what happened up until that point. Jason Poole is 23 years old. Draymond Green is 32 years old, so there's an age difference there. And Draymond being the captain of the team, even though he's been very passionate, he's that guy. He should have acted better. But again, I want to know what the trigger was. So I'm not putting anybody in jail. I'm not calling any police. I'm not doing any of that until I have all of the facts. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I hear you. And let me tell you something.
Because these millennials be meeting, they face cracks sometimes. No offense.
That's funny. Look, B doesn't condone violence. I want to say this. You use the word passion. Is that really what it is? It may be narcissistic rage. It might be something within this man, and I don't want to hear he used to thug and thugging basketball save him from being a thug. Regardless if you make $25 million a year or $5,000 a year, whatever it is, it's your whole attitude and perception. It's how you feel about yourself in the world and others. He makes enough money to go to therapy to calm his ass down. At $25 million, he should be not as angry as he should be, but that doesn't matter. See, money doesn't matter. Occupation doesn't matter. If you're an a-hole, you're an a-hole. I don't equate this to passion. Yeah, maybe the passion to punch somebody in the face or walk around to be angry. I believe that you should be in jail. Because I'm not going to sit there, because if that's the case, we might as well analyze everybody feeling and not have them suffer the consequences of their actions. He went back to like we always do. Yo, it was when I was a little boy back in the 70s. I grew up in Locka, Michigan, and this is that. I don't want to hear that. You should have thought. You should have thought about that before you punched this guy in the face. And Lee Scott said in the chat room he broke his nose. Find if that's true, B. Find out this guy's injuries.
Something pushed his button.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't. Hear me out. I don't care. You're at the workplace. You're at the job. You have to perform a certain way. If you angry, walk away. But if you're going to punch this guy, be about that life. Quit the team and go over there and try to kill him or do whatever you want to. You can't punch nobody at the workplace, go on stage and apologize like nothing's happened. And that's what the Golden State Warriors are doing here. I'm tired of hearing the excuses of people's past and what they go through, and they can't identify their feelings as a grown-ass person. If you're 7 years old, I get it. Your brain is not developed yet. But when you 32, you know right from wrong. You knew you wasn't supposed to go up there and punch him in the face. I don't care how angry you are at him or the world. So now Jordan Poole has to work in an unsafe environment because of this video. And check this out. If we'd have never seen the video, nobody would have been talking about this. That dude would have took the L. He's 22 years old. Obviously, he's scared of this dude.
I mean, he's a big guy, but again, you know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't believe. Listen, and the downplaying of it, I think all goes with the territory. We are not about to become the Boston Celtics. We are not about to become that team that everybody's talking about. Them downplaying it and not fueling it is what they should do. It's something that happened in practice. Men get passionate in sports all the time.
Oh my God.
And at the end of the day, I'm not saying it's okay for him to punch
You are saying it's okay. You are saying it's okay. You are saying the man got assaulted. He got assaulted. It doesn't matter what goes on in practice, and it doesn't matter how men are egoing. Hold on, bitch. No, it doesn't matter how men are egoing it out. It doesn't matter. There was an assault. There was a crime that was committed in my eyes. That was a crime. B, if someone came up to you like that and punched you in the heat of the moment at work like that, you don't think that's just, you're going to brush that up in as being emotional at the moment?
Well, whatever it is, we stepping outside. We not calling no police. We about to square up and make this even because you put your hands on me. So again, it's a whole different situation how people respond. And at the end of the day, you know, for somebody who comes from the Bronx, you sure do call the police a lot.
I gotta call. You gotta call. No, you got. B. I tell you why. You gotta call the police first, because when you call the police, it's documented. So when the next time it happens, your actions are justified because it's documented by the law. So you always call the police. So when you call the police, right, and it goes down that first time, then the next time when you sever somebody's necks off, maybe you might have an opportunity not to spend the rest of your life in jail because it was documented. That's what a lot of people, that's what a lot of you folks fail to do. But in this particular situation, this was a crime that was committed at the workplace. For me, he broke his nose. This has nothing to do, like Allen Iverson, this has nothing to do with practice. This was an assault that was committed in front of everybody.
I'm sure it's not the first time it's happened. These are young men. These are men. They have testosterone. They're running around. There's ego. He's making $25 million a year. He's not the only one. There's ego. There's a whole lot going on. And I'm just venturing to say, listen, they take any opportunity they can to take down a talented young African-American athlete, anybody. This time they decided to rally around, not make that big of a deal about it, not because it wasn't, because they can say, take yourself to therapy and fix this, and not decide to tear down somebody's whole life like this coach that they just, ruined his whole situation. So I don't agree with the whole go to jail thing. I said get the facts, and maybe that's what they did, and they understood that this was something that was triggered.
Uh, uh,
That's just
uh,
my
uh,
response.
my beloved nephew says that Jordan Poole told him he was weak and washed up. That's what he said.
Everybody knows.
He was weak, and let's go with my nephew. Let's say if that's the case. He said he was weak and washed up in the heat of the moment in practice. So because he said that, he was supposed to be punched in the face and his nose broke?
No, we weren't there.
No. I know that, but I'm saying, what if he said that? What if he said something like that? That still entitles him to punch him in the face? We seen the video, B. He's right. The person whoever leaked that video, thank God, because two things can happen here. One for me, that I'm Jordan Poole. Get me off the team. I can't work there no more. I'm gonna call the police, but I'm gonna have my guys out there. We doing something to this dude. Secondly, this will stop in the NBA. If y'all gonna fight, go in the locker room where there's no cameras around and duke it out, as they used to say back in the day. But you will not punch a player in open practice like that. That is a crime. I don't understand why y'all don't see this, because you're blinded by the $25 million and the privilege of this man playing basketball. He should be suspended for the rest of the year. And you know what they said in the comments, B? Because one of the reasons why he got up there and apologized, we had to apologize. There's a bunch of women organizations now are saying, oh, you must be, if you're not beating your wife, we're afraid for her because you might snap and beat her ass. See, so this goes bigger than the emotions of practice. I know he made a mistake. Look at, what's the football player that beat the crap out of his wife in the elevator back in the day? Lee, who's that guy? Remember that guy? He was a star football player. He came from Mount Vernon. I can't remember this guy's name. Who's this guy? He beat the crap out of his wife in the elevator, dragged her out of the elevator. What's this guy's name? And you never heard from him again.
Yeah,
so you can't equate, to me, you can't equate because a man hit another man that it's okay and they could go on with practice. But if a man hit a woman, his career's over. It should be the same playing field. If he punched him in the face like that, at least severely punish this guy. They didn't even, he's gonna play in the regular season, game 1. What's that guy's name? What's that guy? Wait. Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on. My beloved nephew. Thank you. Ray Rice. He beat the crap out of his girlfriend and his wife. You never seen him again. Never. In this situation, like right here, he should be suspended for 6 months. He shouldn't be allowed to be in the locker room. I don't care about what they're jostling about with their egos. This is a crime. Listen, I hear you, B, and I respect your opinion. And if just the same thing with Chris Rock and Will Smith, with the Rock brothers said, we want to whip his ass. This is a collateral damage here. Yo, Draymond Green is a thug. So if you're a thug, be about that life. But somebody needs to step to this guy with the thugness. Yo, could be walking the streets. He did that to me. You're going to be looking around your car at least for the next month. You're going to go outside and you're going to look behind you. I'm not a thug. I've been running these streets all my life. Half the stuff, I can't even tell you guys what I've done. But if that happened to me, that dude is going to think when he go outside, wait a minute, let me look behind me for a little bit. Let me have a guy with me. Because this is reckless. This was a criminal act. And for the Golden State Warriors to allow this guy to play basketball, and for the fans of the NBA to cheer this on, to me is reckless. Okay, we can equate it to...
The hell with that. We need this win. We ain't getting caught up in this childish, punch somebody in the face. We need this championship this year. And if Draymond is going to get us that championship, he will... Listen, look, Boston's killed their whole season. They killed the best coach in the league's career in 1 week. So Golden State was not having that. They're like, yeah, that's not going to be us. We got a shot now. Boston is out of it.
B, how would you feel if that was your son getting punched in the face like that?
I would feel, first of all, I would feel terrible. I mean, I'm not saying, again, that I'm condoning any of it. But at the same time, and I would ask my son, I'd be like, what the hell just happened? Like, what happened? Nothing makes a man just go off like that. And I'm not saying that it's your fault. I just need to know all the details before I had to set up the hit squad. Before I start making phone calls, to your point.
Yo, me what?
Watching your back in the back when you go into your car, I'm gonna need to know all the details. That's all.
Well, B, you better than me. If I saw my son getting punched like that, it's World War IV. It's World War IV. I don't care. This is terrible. And everybody wants to win a championship. We're going to move on in a minute. What's your thoughts, guys? Call in 570-982-6950. Is this status quo? We go back to winning the championship?
Right.
Of course, people's been punched in the face before, but the difference with this one, we see the video. We see the video. We see it. How does this man, Jordan Poole, at the age of 22, how is he supposed to work in this environment? It's still a job. Basketball is still a job. At the end of the day, it's a job. Everybody got a job to do. And the basketball players do the job. Like we talked about with the Boston Celtics guys, there's people in accounting, there's the janitors. If the janitor did that, he'll be fired. If the executive did that, he'll be fired. If the head coach did it, he'll be fired. But the basketball player is immune. He could just keep playing like nothing's happened. I think this is totally wrong.
We can find somebody to clean the floor. We cannot find a Draymond Green who's going to take us to the championship or be a part of a championship team.
Okay, so
That's
then
just not happening. So.
Okay, so again, so that means that there's no integrity, there's no responsibility, there's no feelings of remorse or any kind of circumstances. That's what you're saying as well. So that means, that means wherever Jordan Poole and his beloved family or all his friends, they just got to eat that. Wow.
No, they don't got to eat that. I would imagine that Draymond needs to understand that there's going to be some consequences from somewhere.
He didn't get
even if it's not from the Golden State even if it's not from the Golden State Warrior. So let's just let it be clear, Draymond, that you may get rolled up on anywhere at any time, and it's on. So I'm just saying, that kind of stuff comes with some kind of retaliation. But the Warriors decided they were staying out of that. Their championship is way more important. Their money is way more important than Draymond's feelings or Jason's feelings. This is about a win. And honestly, I'm not saying it's okay. But it's almost like family business. Like, you don't talk about what goes on in the house. And this was family business. And some neighbor, I would say a Babylonian, recorded it and put it out there like they were calling DYFUS on them.
I say this. Again, okay, I give you that family business. The problem is we all saw this. It's not family business no more.
It still is.
It's not family business when you see it's
mind your business.
Yeah, but this is not family business. This is something where we saw this happen. And people are paying top. You're right. It's about the money. People are paying top dollars to see these athletes perform. But you're going to co-sign the behavior of this man who has a terrible track record with altercations with basketball players anyway throughout the years. First of all, that Hall of Fame thing, scrap that. No Hall of Fame for you.
Right.
Scrap that. Suspension, this is what I'm doing. I'm giving you 50-game suspension. I don't care about the chip.
Because you're not an owner.
I don't care about that. Well, you know what? The owners of the team. Hold on. The owners of the team can catch some flack with that too. There's a lot of organizations out here. I know it's gonna die down because people got there's a whole world going on out there, and I get it. But when you get those mothers against beating other people and mothers against, you get all the mother organizations around, it's gonna be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Now, it could be status quo. I say this. Jordan Poole, stay ready.
Yep.
Stay ready. And you still have the right to go, yo, I can't work around this dude. You still have the right to go, I can't work with this dude. Trade me or whatever you need me to do. I can't work here because I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
And for every Jason Poole that wants to leave because he don't feel safe, there's 10 young rookies ready to take his spot on that team. It's a championship team, and at the end of the day, they get it done, and that's what these guys go in for. They go in for the money, they go in for the status, they go in for the wins, which is why he's not going anywhere. And it's unfortunate, but it's true. He's gonna take that punch in the nose. He's gonna suck it up, and he's gonna go on and play with this dude while they go win another championship, and that's what they do.
So my beloved nephew says in the chat room, I'm trying to peek in there. I'm tripping. 50 games is too much. I'm tripping.
See?
50 games is too much. But if that was your relatives, would 50 games be too much, my beloved nephew? We're looking from the outside in. If that was your son, my beloved nephew, would 50 games be too much then? The hurt that this guy's caused, the hurt that this guy has caused with this video, and everybody's just downplaying this. Welcome to Harvey's house. Welcome to Harvey's house. I'll stay in here by myself. I pay the rent.
Okay.
You guys can say what you want. This was an assault that was committed that we saw on video, and there is no repercussions of this man's actions. He got suspended for one exhibition game. Wow. That's it.
It's your house, and you live there.
That's it. That's it. He got suspended for one exhibition game. That's it. And he could go and strut his ass in the locker room. And who knows? Maybe the other players are intimidated by him too. You really got a real live bully at the job.
True.
How is that? How do Golden State Warriors as an organization? How do you Golden State Warriors as an organization? How do you feel about the rest of your players feeling intimidated by this big ass bully? Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team on the B-Love's on the phone. Who's this?
Shawn?
Hello?
That's right, Danielle.
Hello?
Yo, Shawn, what's good, man?
Yo.
Your boy Juice gets biz.
Yo, this my guy on the phone.
Yo, Shawn, let me tell you, you're absolutely right. What this dude did shouldn't be allowed in the workplace. I don't care if he gave him a chip or he helped him. Now, the reason this is happening is because there's no consequence for no one. Everybody think they could go around assaulting people, saying whatever they want with no repercussions. Well, guess what, Draymond? You're going to lose a lot of money from, let's say, Nike and whatever other corporate people you had deals with once this is done. And I honestly think they should think of getting him off the team because he becomes more of a distraction and liability than he does. Because who's going to want to play around that? What young dudes are going to want to come and play and say, yo, if this dude don't like what I'm doing or doesn't like me in some way, he's going to just come pop off on me? Nah, we ain't having that.
Everybody, Drew Chiz is on the phone. God bless him. Welcome to Harvey's.
Real, like, how would you feel? Like, put this on the other foot. You going to work, and your coworker, because has a bad day or just feels like he's that dude, comes up to you and just straight mollywop, bang. Okay, now you're walking around with a black eye. Your feelings is all hurt. You're embarrassed and shit. And meanwhile, this dude is walking around going, "That's right, I did it," and there ain't nothing no one else could do about it. Now, what really surprises me is why Curry and the leaders on the team ain't stepping up and saying much or doing much.
Well, hold on, Triz. You know why? Hold on, Triz. We're gonna let. Thank you. Dropping all these views. You know why? Because it's just what I said a minute ago. They're all scared of him.
But that's the thing. Now you need somebody to say, "Nah, that's enough, bro. Too much, man." You know, because those are bully actions. But you know what it's gonna take? It's gonna take for somebody to just straight up crack this dude and give him some of what he's been giving everybody else with his attitude. Because this is not the first time.
an incident like this has happened with him. So, and it won't be the last. And the reason I say that is because they keep letting him get away with it.
See?
Who are you nominating that dude to be who could give him what he's handing out? Because that's a big mofo. Like, who are you nominating?
I tell you who you're not. I tell you who you nominate. One of them street neighbors out there that don't give a damn, because that's where this is coming to. For me, that's where this is coming through. I'm not gonna go into a place where I feel unsafe. That's the way Jordan Poole might feel that way. So now my defenses is up. Jordan Poole and Draymond Green. If I'm Jordan Poole, we will never have a relationship. You stay there, I stay there. And I'm ready the next time this happens. But why do I have to be in that position? You know why? Because the Golden State Warriors are putting me there because they co-signing all of this. He should be suspended. He shouldn't be allowed in the building. He shouldn't be allowed in the parking lot. What are we doing here? What are we talking about here? An assault was committed.
Now, let me ask you this, Shawn, to play devil's advocate, all right? Or to just try to look at it from the other side or give another perspective. If this wasn't his first time, this happening where he has, stalled off on somebody, teammate or someone part of the organization, if this wasn't his first time being in a situation like this, would you then think it still warrants him being taken out the entire season?
Remove his parking name out the parking lot. He's not allowed in the building, and he gets 15-game suspension. I don't care. You people care. I don't care.
Yes, I care because there has to be some. Let me tell you something. For me to compromise, let's take it back a little bit to when this was. Do you remember?
Let's talk about it.
When the gospel singer, what's his name? How could I forget his name? I love him to death. The small gospel singer. He wound up getting into it with his son. And because he's a man of the church and he's a gospel singer, people didn't expect him to go off on his son. And his son recorded it, and he put it out there, put the recording out there of his father, who's supposed to be a godly man, going off on him, letting him know, like, you can leave. Nobody has to deal with this, right? People were like, oh my God, this is supposed to be a man of God. And then they heard the whole thing and what happened. And the son was being super disrespectful, and he put his line in the sand. So I'm saying all that to say that there's two sides of the story. And when there's two sides of the story, and I see one piece of it, again, that is geared to make one of ours look bad or in poor taste, I have to know what the dynamics were. I don't care what you say. I'm ready to choke out some of these millennials right now. So Draymond Green put his reputation and his money on the line to punch Shorty in the face. Something went down, and I want to know what it is.
Well, again, a lot. All right, again, that's easy.
What it is. He tells you plainly what it is. It doesn't matter if this dude said, Draymond, your mama a hoe, she work on 42nd Street, she smoke crack, none of that.
Right.
None of that matters.
Right.
The why is not what matters here in this instance.
Exactly.
The why is not what matters.
It doesn't, you can see, hold on, everybody, hold on, slow down. So everybody slow down. It doesn't matter. You see video of people, God forbid, unfortunately getting shot in the street all the time. The why doesn't matter. The act is committed and we see it. It has to be some circumstance to his actions.
We saw a piece of what happened. We don't know. And he said it. He was like, that video is so funny how it just shows a piece. I want to see the whole thing. What I have learned with social media today is that there is two sides of the story. The truth, which we've always known, but you got to see all the videotape. I've seen cutout pieces of situations that make somebody look terrible, and then when I see the whole video, I'm like, well, damn, he was warranted. So
Shawn.
I want to know what happened.
Okay, go ahead, Trish.
Shawn, I'm just going to say this.
All right.
Now, when I peep this. Now, it's true when she says, yes, there's two sides to every story. But you know what the problem is with Draymond? This is a constant.
Right.
And that shows something towards his character. How you act in general with everyone.
Right.
Lets people know what type of person you are. And he's a bully.
Right.
Period, point blank. There's no way getting around that. Draymond Green is a bully. He's someone who likes to press his opinion and or feeling on others whether they like it or not.
And
that's not tolerated. I know for damn sure when I played organized ball, we all know who the good dudes on the team are. Let me tell you, the dudes who play the bench, we all know our spots. Because I was a bench player, right?
Right.
We all knew the point guard and everybody don't mess with those dudes because that's our bread and butter, right? But that doesn't mean that these dudes can come in, intimidate you, and do whatever, because the one thing our coach told us on the real was, y'all got a problem, y'all got 3 minutes in the bathroom. Closed door, y'all deal with it, right? As adults, that's what they teach us, right? But as adults, you can't go around doing that because there's repercussions to it. And if this was his first time, I would get it. But this is not the first time with this dude. This is a pattern with him, and it's going to continue until he sees his money and his livelihood seriously in jeopardy. Right now, he doesn't care because he knows there's people out there that are going to value the championship over the morality of it.
This is a man who, for years, have led the NBA in technical fouls.
Let's not forget, that's his style of play, bully ball.
Right, who has been fined and suspended for game after game for his behavior. This is a man who has altercations with other basketball players. I hear what you're saying, B. You're right. There's two sides of each story. But his track record is horrible. That's why when you go up in front of the judge, before the judge sentence you for whatever you've done in society, B, they always look at your track record. They always look at your track record. If you drive suspended and you get caught suspended, and they go, oh, well, they got 17 suspensions. This is what we're going to do for you. If you had one, we might give you a break. His track record is horrific with dealing with other individuals. So now I can't. Now you don't get two sides of the story no more.
Yep.
You don't get that. We don't give you that because this is not the first time you've done that. So we can't give you the luxury of having two sides of each story. That's just my opinion. His track record is hard. He's the bully. Bullies are like that. And to his and just to go a step, Drew, just to go a step further, to that wife, you got, oh my God. That wife of his, she's probably sitting in the corner somewhere, scared to death of this neighbor. Because he might trip out on her one day.
If he doesn't.
All right, everybody, let's clap for my man, Drew.
Yeah, thank you.
Yo, Shawn.
Hey, Drew, listen. We're doing a live broadcast right in the hood, brother.
Yeah, yo, I'm going to see you next, what is it, 27th?
It's Thursday on the 20th. I need you to bring the whole crew up, man. I need you in the building, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna be there. I got my tickets ready, bro.
All right, good.
My wife will be there, and I'll be there with the 420 ready to let everybody get in the mood, bro.
All right, let's go. Let's clap for my guy.
You already know what it is.
All right, guys. What's your before we move on, and guys, we got B Love on the phone. God bless you, B. Hey, everybody. What's your opinion? Number one, should he get suspended, or number two, should he just keep playing to get that championship? B, give me a number one. Give me 17 number ones, B.
I don't know. It looks like people are on the fence on this one, Shawn.
Okay, now it's fine. Give me a number one. Number one for suspension. Number two, no suspension. Give me, and I'll dumb it down. 20 games. 20 games, $20 games, and $10 million fine. 20 games, 25 games, $10 million fine. Put a number one in the chat room, as that's a good look. Put a number two if he's just status quo, continue to play. Number one, 20-game fine, $10 million. Number two, status quo, just let him play.
Yep. Let's go.
All right, B, what else is going on?
Let's Cindy, I miss you. I hope you're feeling better. How's Cindy, Sean?
Oh yeah, let me give you guys a Cine. You guys want a Cine update?
Yes, please. Of
All right.
course. We
Number
got
one,
ones in the chat room.
number one suspended 20 games, $10 million fine. Number two, just let them rock out. What are they saying in the chat room? Is the chat room?
So yeah, you got ones in the chat room. Mickey's the only one who put a bunch of twos in there. Mickey McGregor gone. But Derek Lawson, that seems kind of light. Derek Lawson suggested 10 games with a 50G fine. Nah, he got money. Now, this is where I will say with Sean, you got to pay like you weigh. I may not put you in jail or any of that, but there will have to be some compensation. Okay? There will be a cost. And that's why I'm with Sean. 10 million, 20 games, that sounds like fair deal to me. Lee Scott says no.
All right. Well, guys, please weigh in on your opinions about this because it goes deeper than. And guys, thank you so much for listening. It's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. God bless each and every one of you. B Love is on the phone, our special guest this morning. Actually, not even a special guest, one of our family members. B, we truly appreciate you. It's your boy Shawn Harvey. If you never met me before, full-time comedian. I go out there and make folks laugh. Now, before we get into a story, B, I want to let folks know that. Oh yeah, Cine. Wait, before I say about Cine, hold on. This Sunday, Iron Mill New York King Talent is coming on out. Talent and Friends this Sunday at the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive, Easton, Pennsylvania. Y'all guys come out. The doors open up at 5, showtime 6. So y'all come on out. And let's have a night of laughter. DJ Hot Sauce playing the music. Your boy Harvey's in the building. New York King, my man CJ Cracks, also Ray Gibbs. Y'all come on out. Let's have a great time. And I have show announcements for November and December coming up next week. So we truly appreciate you guys. And don't forget, we're just 2 weeks away, guys. B, let's clap.
Yeah.
Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team live podcast taping at Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, New York City. Doors open up at 6, showtime 7. We're going to do the live. It's a 3 parts. Live podcast, live comedy show, and after party. And we're also celebrating our beloved Cindy J. It's actually her birthday that day. So y'all come on out and let's show Cindy J some love. VIP is $25. General admission, $20, guys. Food is separate. Food is available and drinks at the club. Bottle service. Let me know what type of bottle you need, and I'll make sure that happens. We have 4 cameras recording, and we have a photographer in the building. So we are very excited about that. Y'all come on after work vibes. Y'all come on. Y'all come on after work vibes, and let's have a good time and let's celebrate life. And we truly appreciate you guys for tuning in each and every morning. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Now, Cine update. Cine didn't get her results back from the COVID, which probably means she has COVID. Little dash of COVID. It should be fine. Okay. No, Cine is she's not feeling well. She's in the bed. Y'all throw up those prayer emojis for Cindy J. She was resting all day yesterday, and she feels terrible today. So let's y'all check on Cindy if you can. But she's young. She'll be fine. Does she have COVID? No, she doesn't have COVID. But she's waiting for results to come back. But I'm for sure she'll be fine. So she's going to rest. Most likely she probably won't be in here tomorrow. So let's put some prayer emojis for the beloved Cindy J. That's my dog. She's like a daughter to me. She can't do this show without her. So she'll be fine. She's home resting. Okay. So y'all show the beloved Cindy J some love. She's not feeling well, and no COVID.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well,
because there's some people out here. They have the COVID when COVID was COVID, and they still was running these streets, being super spreaders. You know, they chasing the bag, and they was spreading that COVID. That's not the case for Cindy J. She's not feeling well. She's home resting. All right, B. Let's shout out to all our folks up there in Rochester, New York, 100.9 WX.
Chestnut.
WXIR FM. Thank you guys for tuning in this morning. We truly appreciate you guys, and thank you so much. All right, B, what's your first story? Put a number 1 in the chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number 2 if you're not. What's your first story, B?
All right, so the first story for today is about Jamie Foxx. So Cardi B just turned 30 yesterday, and Jamie Foxx, she threw this big birthday bash, and Jamie Foxx got turned away because he had too many guests with him. That's crazy. Let that be a problem. Let that be our problem. It's Eddie J's problem. That party. Cardi B celebrated turning 30 with a glamorous party held at Poppy in LA with a multitude of stars in attendance. But Jamie Foxx was denied entry to her bash after what appeared to be a misunderstanding with the door person at the venue, after he arrived with too many guests with him. The Oscar winner 54, that's according to TMZ, the Oscar winner 54 arrived at the door with his large group only to be turned away by the person at the door, who later ran over to him as he was leaving to say it was okay for him to enter with his party. So I guess they worked it out. At that point, the actor said to the man that we not good, and it was too much before getting back in his Rolls Royce. The actor was seen getting out of his Rolls Royce SUV and swapping out his shoes before him and his party went to the door of Poppy, where Cardi's bash was taking place. He was seen standing at the front door for a few minutes, God forbid, before he and his group plus his security team turned around and walked back to his car. As he was heading to his car, the door guy ran to him and said it was okay for him to enter. Jamie appeared upset and told him, we're not good. No good. I don't give a F, really. Okay.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on. God bless you guys. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Don't forget Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team live podcast on Thursday, October the 27th at the Comedy in Harlem. Y'all come on out. You can see myself, Cindy, Miss Miko for tickets. And also, if you want to inquire with B Love, you can do that as well. Now,
you guys may get turned away at the party if your entourage is stupid.
Well, first of all, for me, B Love, and God bless you. Cardi B could do no wrong to Mr. Harvey here, because one, she's a very talented young lady, and two, and most importantly, she's from my beloved Bronx, New York. All the legends are born in the X. I don't care what you say, and I say it all the time. Jesus Christ himself was born in the X.
Lord help him.
We call
now
him.
He's calling the Pope.
We call him Jesus. Now, Jamie Foxx, who is our beloved, like, we love Jamie. Everybody does. Boy, if you don't love Jamie Foxx, there's something wrong with you. 54 years old, his swag is up, and he's living his best life. I follow him on Instagram, man. He is one of my heroes. What was that movie that he played in with Tom Cruise? That movie was unbelievable. I can't remember the name of that movie. Remember Tom Cruise was the hitman, and Jamie Foxx was the taxi driver? Oh, that movie was, what was the name of that movie, guys? Both of them, a stellar performance, but Jamie took that role to a whole nother level. Collateral. Right. Collateral. Now, Jamie, boy, I would love to see this spectacle in front of the Cardi B's house or wherever she had this event. This would have been amazing for all of us to see the beloved Jamie Foxx come in the building. Swagged out with his Rolls Royce truck, changing his shoes, because we don't have royalty in this country, but our actors and some of our influencers are our royalty, especially on the African-American side. I was safe to say you could put Jamie Foxx up there as far as one of our celebrity royalty in this country. But my brother, you can't bring 54 people to anybody's house.
Right.
You can't, it's too many. What was the capacity?
I'm just wondering, was the same situation in play like when, you were up and coming and you were a comedian who was putting your name at the door and hoping you can get 2 minutes in? Like, is it that you know how the energy gets different. And in the chat room, the ladies are saying, Randy is saying that Jamie was embarrassed. I guess by the whole situation. My whole thing is it's not that big of a deal. So let me ask you this, Sean, because this just crossed my mind, right? So if this was your party, let's say at this point Shawn Harvey he's winning Oscars. He may even be a GOAT. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? In terms of winning all of the awards, the Grammy, the Oscar, the Tony, and the what you call it, the Emmy. And you had this party, and Jamie Foxx, they see Jamie Foxx, they let him in. You and Jamie ain't even that cool, but you throwing a big Hollywood party and you invited everybody. Everybody's coming to your party, and they let Jamie Foxx in, and then Fig rolls up, and he rolls up with 10, maybe 20 people, maybe 10, and they give him the same energy where they're like, "Nah, you can't come in. You got too many people with you." Would you be more offended about Jamie, or would you be more offended about Fig?
Would I be more? Somebody's looking inside the studio. I'm sorry. One more time, real quick. Just break that question up one more time. I'm sorry. I was looking out the window. I glanced out the window. Somebody with an umbrella standing there, looking inside, looking at me.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell? Okay, they walked away. I'm sorry. I apologize. So I'm throwing a party. Jamie Foxx is in the building. You said comedian Fig?
Yeah, let's
Okay, so Fig came with 10 other guys
and got turned away at the door.
at my party.
At your party. Or he could not even guys. He could be with family, he could be with friends. He just brought everybody out.
How's the relationship with Fig and myself?
The same way it was last week when you kept calling him to make sure he's still
Yeah.
healthy.
Okay. Well, no. I mean, I would let him in. I would let everybody in. I just think that with Jamie, I think it's obsessive a little bit as far as you bringing 54 people. That's a lot of people, Jamie. I mean, like, boy. And the next question is, are you paying for all these people? Because remember MC Hammer went broke because he had this whole entourage and taking care of people. And a lot of these entertainers go broke that way. I'm not saying Jamie's probably worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, but I mean, just as common courtesy. I mean, just bringing 54 people, that is extreme. You don't even know if they can accommodate 54 people. And the security, I have to say, they did their job. I mean, then they alerted Cardi, and Cardi's like, yeah, man, let him come on in. And Randy Montgomery's right. He felt embarrassed because this is like I said, this is one of our urban celebrity royal entertainers, and he felt embarrassed. And no one tells entertainers like Jamie Foxx. Nobody tells them no. It's never a no. It's whatever he does, whatever he wants, he gets, and that's it. So for him to even wait at the door for 3 minutes was totally embarrassing to him. So, but Jamie, in all defense of my beloved Cardi B, like, you can't 54 people. Like, how many cars were that? Did they come in a bus? Like, it's too much, too many people. And out of those 54 people, you might have a Draymond Green kind of attitude, kind of a guy. You might have the security. It's too much. Cardi's celebrating a birthday. You came with maybe, like we said with Fig, you came with 10 people. That's even borderline, but I could live with that. 54 is just too many people, and you should have been turned away. Would you bring those same 54 people to Isaac Saperstein's house that runs the studio? If he had a party, you're not doing that.
Right.
You're not doing that.
Right.
But because of the beloved Cardi B, who I love, and all her songs are hit song, but she talk a lot of ish. You willing to do it there. So Jamie, you do have a part to play in this. We love you to death. Sorry you felt embarrassed, but I wouldn't feel embarrassed. I'm getting in a Rolls Royce truck and changing my shoes, and I wouldn't feel. I'm having a great life, but I think that's what this is about. It's too many people. You should have been turned away. It's safety reasons, the security, men egos, her security's at the door, your security's outside, and it's too much, Jamie. That wasn't a good play. What else you got?
Play it a little more low key. All right. Next. So Brandy was hospitalized after suffering a seizure in her home. Fans and loved ones of Brandy Norwood are sending messages of well wishes her way. After it was reported that the singer was hospitalized on Tuesday afternoon. According to a report from TMZ, health officials responded to a call to Brandy's Los Angeles home after some sort of medical emergency. While details surrounding the Put It Down singer's condition are scarce, sources close to the situation allege she suffered a seizure. They report that Brandy's still in the hospital and it appears she will recover. Shortly after the news broke, Brandy thanked her fans for their concern, citing dehydration and malnutrition as the source of her hospitalization. And she basically sent out a, a note to us, I guess. To my beloved fan, friends, and stars, thank you for sending love and light my way. I'm following doctor's orders and getting the rest I need due to dehydration and low amounts of nutrition. Thank you for your prayers and support. Grateful for you all. See you soon.
Oh,
News of Brandy's hospitalization comes on the heels of her brother Ray J raising concerns about his mental health. Fans of Ray shared their concerns after the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood star alluded to taking his own life in a post on Instagram. Wow.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I need an update. What's up with Prentice? Prentice Cox, no pause. Is Vanetta still? Is Prince?
Yeah, I think she resigned. I think yesterday.
Wait, what's going on with Prentice in the chat room? Is he? What's happening? I'm sorry. I know.
Prentice, real friends. So this is what Prentice. Real friends don't look for the hookup. Real friends look to support your event and your business. Agreed.
He's saying that about what? He's saying that about Jamie Foxx?
Yes.
Right. So first of all,
I don't even think it was the hookup. I think it was just a convenience of him having to.
What?
There was really no hookup because at that level, nobody has to pull out a dime.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Vanetta, I want to know what Princess said about the whole Drayvon situation. Princess, call in if you can too. 570-982-695. I want to know what you got to say about this whole situation, and let's give a round of applause to the ambassador Vanetta George for helping us out with Princess. So she is. So she's Princess is relaying messages through her.
Yeah,
still.
she's the what do you call that? The closed caption, not closed caption, the TTY person. People who type in to people who can't.
And my question is, Vanetta, how many more days is Princess in jail?
Yeah.
I need to know that. Princess, call in if you can. If not, Vanetta, could you? I need to know how many more days he's in jail. All right, B. So Brandy's in jail. I mean, and she's hospitalized because of what?
She had a seizure.
Well, that's serious. Wow. Yeah, you got to go to the hospital. Is she still in the hospital?
As of current, yes. It doesn't say that she's been released.
Because if Harvey has a seizure, y'all keep me there until my insurance can't pay for it no more.
Which was only 2 days.
Cause I need 9 CAT scans. And again, Brandy, God bless you, and I hope a full recovery to you. You're not a legend in our hood, but we do love you. Stop. I think you should stop worrying about that brother of yours. Yeah, it could cause some type of physical illness. Leave him alone. It's about your mental health, and I know it goes deep because a lot of us, the way we feel mentally and physically, can definitely affect us when one of our loved ones is misbehaving. That's true.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a fine line with that. We have to disconnect from our loved ones so we don't go crazy. You know how sometimes back in the day, your mother worried about you so much that she got sick? Mothers don't do that no more. Fathers don't even. Everybody for themselves, but you don't want to get sick worrying about somebody else. I don't care who it is. Because you will be the one that will fall out, and that person is still going to run around and do whatever they want to do. And unfortunately, you'll pass away worrying about their behavior. You only live one life. Brandy, you're young. You take your medication. And God bless you. And stay in that hospital as long as you can with them seizures.
Yeah. Get yourself good, Brandy.
Yeah.
We're praying for you, Brandy.
Yeah. Let's pray emoji.
For you.
I wouldn't smash her. Harvey was a horror back in his days.
We've heard.
But Brandy never did it for me. I don't know that face. That that.
He's attractive, but odd.
No, it's like it's got that pancake thing going. I don't know, man. Like Brandy's the type of woman. She's no, don't get me wrong. She's beautiful, but for me, it's like she's beautiful for 3 days, and then that circumference of the face. I don't know. I don't know if I could wake up to a face like that every day. I just don't know. God bless my wife. I love my wife. I could wake up to that face every day.
Even if she was like really kind-hearted, and she like got up and made pancakes for Harvey. What if she, washed his clothes, like took really good care of you? You couldn't do with that face.
I don't know, man. She got that IHOP face, man. She got that eye. Like I feel like putting butter on her forehead. Like I don't, that. Like I don't know, man. Like she got a waffle face. I don't know, but I mean, sexy as hell. Will I smash though? I don't know. Maybe I smash once, and then I gotta get out of there.
After some drinks, I think after some drinks, it's going down.
Would be love? Would you smash Brandy?
No,
No.
no, I would not. No, I would not.
What females would you smash? I'll smash. We already know his document. Before you move on to the next story. Smashing Kim Kardashian. I'm smashing all of that. I don't care how many slongs been in that vagina. I will smash Kim Kardashian the moment a slong has exit the area.
Oh my goodness. Shawn, I can't. You would not be the first or the last.
Bila, would you smash Kim Kardashian?
I would not.
B, have you ever smashed another woman?
I have not.
Well, what is wrong with you?
I don't know. We talked about this last week, and I told you I'd never had a threesome. I've never been with a woman. I've just never been drawn or attracted to do that kind of thing.
Well, you better get your.
I could look at some women and be like, damn, she is bad. Like I can do that. But I can't.
B, have you ever had phone sex?
I have had phone sex.
Damn, at least you did that.
My phone sex game is serious.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
$90 a minute.
I don't believe you, B. All right.
I was serious.
All right. Well, but B, you need you.
We grew up in the era of the phone, Shawn. Remember, it wasn't like how it is now, where they shoot a text or whatever. Back then, all we did was jap on the phone.
I don't know, B. You're concerned. I want you. You need to do something light, at least. I want you to smash somebody and at least have somebody listen over. You ever smash somebody and somebody else listen over the phone while you smash somebody? At least have you ever done that?
No, I haven't.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you?
Who does that?
Freaky guys like Mr. Harvey?
Oh my God, who's listening? Who's picking up that phone call? That's what
No, you gotta get into a situation where you're you're about to smash or whatever, and you have say you and I were smashing, right?
Okay.
And then I would say, babe, call one of your homegirls up and get her on the horn.
What?
Listen to me, B. You're too conservative. You're too conservative with the vagina. Hold on, listen up. You like your vagina is a Republican. You got your vagina is a Republican. And B, you got to get yourself in a situation where. And before we move on to the next story, shout out to everyone. Listen, put a number one chat room if you're enjoying the show. Put a number two if you're not. This is the only place on earth where you get your morning started, right?
Where's Kwani Kwan? Kwani Kwan always be down for the, she's always. I mean, am I the only one who's everyone had a threesome but me?
Uh,
Give it to myself for a 51st birthday gift? I don't know. What do I do, Sean?
B, this is what you got to do. First of all, you got to find you a slong somewhere,
As long as not a problem.
right? Well, I don't know. You find the slong, and then whatever which would be definitely a charged up sexual experience. Trust me. Before we move on, thank God. Welcome to the show. Special shout out to all those folks in Rochester, New York. Thank you so much.
Hey,
This is the only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? And B, what you do is you get that slong together. Y'all run into the room, do whatever, or you let the potential slong know, hey, I'm gonna call up my homegirl. Put her on speaker while you get into all of this situation.
No.
And B, let me ask you this question. Since she already said no, everybody. Do you? Then let me ask you this. Everybody, don't you notice you see the B's energies have changed so far? B Love, let me ask you this. Do you at least have a girlfriend that will be willing to listen to you as the slong pass through you? There's out of one of your girlfriends, would you look at one and go, I think this one might be good, might be receptive to listening to my whole slong situation? Do you have one of your girlfriends that might be freaky like that, B?
I hope not. I hope there's no friend of mine that wants to listen to me get slung out, as you say. No. I don't really see the point of that. You know what it is? Let me say this. It comes also from trust, right? Today, you can't really trust anybody to keep their mouth shut. Everybody's a snitch. So it's like, I can't even trust that if somebody said that they would, that I would. So it's a pass for me. Probably if I was in my 20s or 30s, maybe. But not today.
If my wife said to me, honey, before you take your Viagra and rock out this vagina, I'm gonna call my homegirl so she can listen in. B, your boy Harvey, who's very nasty, would be receptive to that.
Okay.
Okay? Fellas, put a number one in the chat room, or anybody. Put a number one in the chat room if your wife, girlfriend, lover, whatever calls and say, hey, listen, I want and fellas, if it's obviously if it's your woman and she says, hey, I want my girlfriend to listen to us while we have sex, put a number one in the chat room if you're okay with that.
Yeah, who's okay with that? I would like to know. I would like
So
to
you're
know
not.
who
So
these
give yourself a number 2 because you're not okay with that, right?
Right, I'm not okay with that.
Put a number 1 in the chat room if you're
and no
okay.
judgments, just so you guys know. I'm
Put a number 1 in the chat room before we move on, guys. If you're okay with your lover having the girlfriend or the boyfriend, whatever, call in while you having sex. Put a number 2 if you're not. B, could you give me a number 1 because Harvey's a whore.
Yes.
What else you got, B?
Oh, okay. In other news, in Babylonian news, so Alex Jones, I don't know if you. So Alex Jones is a radio host who.
Hold on. Stop for a second. What are they saying in the chat room, B?
They're saying in the chat room number 2s, except for Prentice. Prentice went with a number 1, but everybody else put a number 2 in there. Nobody wants to hear somebody else talk.
All right, let me clap for my guy, who he's the only one that sees the vision. That's why we're down with the SEAL team, because Prentice and myself are nasty and we're very whorish. Let me give a clap for Prentice and myself.
Oh my goodness.
Let my wife call me today and say, honey, homegirl gonna listen to us smash. I'm with it. Continue on.
Oh my goodness.
Continue on.
So Alex Jones is a radio host who talks about conspiracy theories and things that he's a very much 45 supporter, and he also made like some really outrageous statements that Sandy Hook never happened, the Sandy Hook shooting. So he's been recently ordered to pay $965 million for telling those lies. So in Waterbury, Connecticut, jurors ordered conspiracy theorist Alex Jones on Wednesday to pay nearly $1 billion to Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting victims, their relatives, and an FBI agent who said he turned their loss and trauma into years of torment by promoting the lie that the rampage was a hoax.
Hold on,
The
B.
965 million.
Hold on. Let me fix you because those folks in Rochester say you're low. So let me kind of fix you a little bit. Pause. Hold on. Give me a second, B. I'm gonna do some old school. People watch me as I do. Yo, hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to make sure you sound good because I want to make sure we do everything right. Hold on. I'm gonna do something old school. Y'all can see me do that. Go ahead, B. Say something.
Testing one, two,
Yeah, go ahead,
three.
Now go ahead, continue. My fault, guys. All right, that's better. Go ahead, B.
Okay, no worries. So, conspiracy theorist radio Alex Jones was paid $965 million in compensatory damages to families who lost loved ones in the 2012 shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut, a jury ordered on Wednesday. For years, Jones pushed a false theory that the shooting, where 20 first graders and 6 adults were killed, was staged by the government to provide a pretext for restricting gun ownership. The Connecticut lawsuit is the second of 3 similar cases that Jones lost by default last year when he ignored court orders to turn over financial records about his company, Free Speech Systems. In August, the first of those cases wrapped in Texas, with a jury ordering Jones to pay nearly $50 million in compensatory and punitive damages to the parents of one Sandy Hook victim, Jesse Lewis. However, that total will likely be severely slashed thanks to a cap on punitive damages in the state of Texas. The case in Connecticut was much bigger, with 15 plaintiffs involved, mostly parents who lost children in the shooting. A third case back in Texas, where Jones is based, is yet to be scheduled.
B, first of all, I want to say this. You're doing a great job today. Everybody, let's give a round of applause to B Love Bernadette. Let's clap for her.
Thank you.
I'm clapping.
Thanks, guys.
I'm going to take my tired ass back to sleep after this is over with, and then I'm going to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Big show tonight with New York King Talent and Michael Blackston. Which, like I said in the beginning of the show, I drove to Harrisburg 20 miles into. I left. I got 25 miles on the road and realized that the show is tonight. And I had to turn back home and go home. Now, this is a wake-up call. What's the young man again? What's his name again?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, the prolific conservative podcaster who based his whole career and made a fortune on conspiracy theory. Obviously you can see and you know that there is a profit margin in conspiracies. We can see that he's a multimillionaire. But this is a wake-up call to all of you who with so much cavalier that you can sit there and make things up that are not true.
Yeah.
Because that's the world again that we live in today. I call it, just like Cindy said months back, they had this new movement, and I agree with it. It's alternate reality. You can literally make up your own reality. Yeah. And you know what? And if you have the ability to do that, then guess what? It's going to cost you now. Just like the young lady that Cardi B sued, Tiffany B. I can't remember. What's that girl? I can't remember. Anyway, we got. I should know these names. I apologize, guys.
I don't pay attention to this stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's still. Yeah, hold on. It still falls on the same realm. Cardi B sued this young lady for assassinating her character. Said she had herpes, all type of mess, and sued her, and she has to pay. I think the woman's on the run somewhere. She don't have no money. But it shows
Tasha
that
K.
it shows the fact that you guys who can spew this untruths out into the world, you have to pay for it. What's his name? Alex Smith?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones said that the Sandy Hook massacre didn't even happen, and they had drama actors do this. You should be sued for that. And had a whole movement of people believing him.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. Sir, do you have any compassion to the families, to the mothers and dads and all these other people who had their beloved kindergartners, first graders, fourth graders killed in cold-blooded murder?
Yeah. Yeah.
That you have the gall to say that none of this happened. Boy, you went on a run with it too. Had the other Babylonians, the Trump lovers, believing you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if that would have happened to you and your kids, my friend? How would you feel if other folks went out there and said this never happened? That's why this is a wake-up call for all conspiracy theorists. Go on out there and tell your lies, and if you don't come with these facts, you will get sued. There's nothing wrong with being free thinking and have a discussion on whatever topic that you're talking about. I have a cousin like that, B-Love. This guy, like the sign behind me in Harvey House, he's on District 9. Everything is a conspiracy. Saying good morning to this guy is a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Because where did the word good originated from? He's one of those. Guess what, B? I don't speak to this dude. It's exhausting. This guy has no relationships with nobody. Nobody wants to be around this guy because he lives in a whole nother reality.
Right.
Oh man, when they got may rest in peace when they killed the rapper Nipsey Hussle. Boy, he went on a run.
Yeah.
We were fighting. We were grappling in this studio when that happened back in the day. But this guy was really going in. He was really like, yes, Johnson & Johnson did kill this guy. I was like, I can't ever talk to you again. Come to find out, it was some crazy guy that killed him that had no ties to the pharmaceutical industry. Because my argument was, how can Johnson & Johnson pay a regular thug neighbor money to kill this guy? I don't think they would do that.
Right.
But it's the same thing with this dude, Alex Jones. People that are out there today that are so relaxed on your thoughts that you can spill all this disinformation out there, you will get sued for it. Your thoughts, B. Your thoughts.
Agreed. You have to be. I say it all the time, and even when I talk to people behind the scenes, you have to be responsible for what comes out of your mouth and the actions that you trigger with the things that you say. And it's okay to have an opinion. No one is mad at that, but it shouldn't be reckless. It shouldn't come at the harm or at the expense of someone else. And for this man to say something like that, to these people, about these people, to drive his own agenda, which in this case was gun control, which, Babylonians love their guns. I don't know why exactly, but I guess it gives them more power. But, it's just like, you guys, it's reckless. And the sad part is he doesn't have this money. The case in Texas he lost for $49 million. They have a law in Texas where you can only cap out to $750,000. Okay. So he's only going to have to pay $750,000 in the Texas case.
Well, good. As long as he could pay something. And I hopefully in this law, I don't know, but I hope maybe he have to refrain from sharing this information that's not true as well. I hope that that's also tagged on to the $700,000. But guys, I know conspiracy theory could be sexy.
It's dangerous.
It could be sexy, but you're right. It's dangerous. I got into a big debate back in the day. It made me sick. I was sharing with somebody that at the time, the Rolling Stones, the rock band, the Rolling Stones, was the #1 touring rock band in the world at that time. A few years back.
Okay.
The Rolling Stones, y'all remember these guys, Mick Jagger and all these guys. You guys are 75 and 80 years old, still out in these streets.
Yes. Looking like.
Put on a tremendous act.
Yeah.
And the person immediately says, I don't believe you. Okay. It's nothing wrong with saying that, B-Love.
Right.
So we go online to all the reputable sites that will give us this proper information. And I wasn't trying to act like I know everything or have one up on this person. Let's go to we had a healthy discussion. Now let's go to the stats and let's go to the facts. And on all these reputable websites, it said the Rolling Stones was the #1 touring band at that time.
Okay.
And it showed how much gross revenue they made and where they went and how much money they made and how much they paid people. It was in well detailed information. And don't you know that person said to me, I don't believe it. And B, let me tell you something. I was done.
Yeah.
I was done. I cut that person off. I was done. Because I can't have that intelligent conversation with you.
Right.
Because it's not my information. It's right there, plain black and white. And then you have some people like that. Put a #1 chat room if you know an extreme conspiracy theorist. And how's your relationship with that person? Go ahead, B.
Yeah, that
B, do you know a conspiracy theorist like that?
I really don't. I don't. If I even get a whiff of that, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a turn off for me. I'll even walk away, not walk away like in a bad way, but I'll like excuse myself from a conversation because I'm not saying that there's not any merit to some of the things that some of these people talk about. I mean, come on, everything cannot be happenstance. But on the other side, I'm like, dude. Oh, actually, I do know somebody like that. I used to work with him. And he used to get into these deep government conversations. I'm like, I'm pretty sure my eyes are glazed over right now. He must know I'm not registering a thing that he is saying, but he didn't care.
Right. Now, you know what? First of all, special shout out to my beloved niece in the building, Shannon Berry. Shannon, I love you.
Shannon,
now, Lindsay Blair in the chat, I'm just glanced in there.
Yeah.
She said, what did she say? She says, my ex.
Yeah.
My ex was like that. Lindsay, how long did that relationship last? I know that must have been exhausting for you, young lady.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I could feel, I don't even, Lindsay, I don't even know the whole, Lindsay, I can sympathize. Imagine having sex with somebody like that.
No.
Lindsay, tell us about that.
Yeah, Lindsay.
I know that must have been exhausting. Probably didn't even believe the vagina was good.
Okay. Or had a theory on that.
All right, we're gonna close out the show soon. So B, all right, so B, you do know some. So now that you thought about it, you do know somebody like that.
I do know somebody like that. And you know what's so funny is that he's labeled as that, like because he was a coworker. And of course he happened to be a neighbor. And it was funny, he looked like a professor. And people would be like, John, even his name was real vanilla. But he was like, they was like, John, he's a little weird. That guy is off and then another coworker was like, he's off the ledge. And I'm just like, what are they talking about?
Right.
And then one day we went to lunch and he was like, the government and religion. And I mean, I was just like, okay, now I get it. But I would listen. You know what I mean? I would listen because I'm not about turning away information. I just no, I'll let go of what I don't need.
Yeah, you know, and
He was saying we're on the mark though.
you're absolutely right. Like, you know, people, you guys, you're smart enough. You know what type of information you need and what type of information you want to throw away. But
Right.
folks that are conspiracy theory, we have a few on this show that calls in all the time. And yeah, we do. We have a few. I can't think of the names. There's one guy, man. It's Young and Nut's friend. I can't remember his name. Young and Nut. What's your guy's name? The one that stays in the house that read books all the day. This guy's out of control. He's the one. I can't. Young and Nut. What's this guy's name? Anyway,
Vanetta said our own Sunny J is a conspiracy theorist. I mean,
yeah, she is. But is it extremist? No, but she's up there. She's on the conspiracy, definitely death chart. No question about it.
she has clearance.
Yeah, I think, and you guys give Harvey some credit because I think I'm the only ones that can reel this chick in for a few minutes and bring her back into a little reality here. If you know an extreme conspiracy theorist, put a number 1 in the chat room, and let's put the prayer emojis in the chat room for Lindsay Blair, who was having sex with one. Oh my God!
Oh my goodness.
You got anything else, B?
No.
Okay.
Last story.
Oh, you do?
Actually,
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. You do?
Okay.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay, good. Now, guys.
Let's go.
God bless you, man. Listen, I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk my dog, and then I'm going to go back to sleep. I walked him already, but I'm going to let him get some air today, and then I got to go away to Charlotte, North Carolina for one day, Saturday morning. We'll come back for Sunday night last. But, guys, know this. We're 2 weeks away from the live podcast taping of the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team at Comedy in Harlem, 117th Street in New York City. Doors open up at 6 p.m. Showtime 7. Your boy Harvey is coming home. I need everyone in the building. If you've never seen us perform this podcast live, you will. Lights, camera, action. We have 3 cameras in there. We have a photographer in there. We're going to do it up, and we would love for each and every one of you, if you can, come on out, celebrate life. Let's have a good time. We're going to turn up. And then on top of that is Cindy J's birthday. So let's show Cindy some love. If you need to take it, you can see B, you can see myself, Miss Miko, Cindy J. Y'all come on out. We truly will appreciate you. B, I'm going to give you the last word. Let these folks know where they can find. And matter of fact, everybody in the chat room, one more time. Let's give our one and only B-Love Bernadette some love. Let's go.
Aw, thank you.
There's not a slong in sight, but she's productive every morning.
That's why I can do it. You're in trouble.
You know
when
what
I
I'm saying?
find
She's
you strong,
committed.
so.
She's committed to her podcast career. She turns down slong every morning, Monday through Friday. So if she's not on the show, she's listening. There's no slong in sight.
Listen, Shawn is the only thing right now disrupting my schlong game, y'all. I just
No
want y'all
doubt.
to know that.
B, where
That
can they
being
find you real quick?
said, You can find me on LGL Real Talk everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. You know, just go out and support. Make sure you're checking out my podcast every Wednesday at 7:30. We talk that ish. But I also pop up on Thursdays, sometimes Fridays. So, you know, I want to make sure that you guys are checking in. And if there's anything you want to talk about, let me know. I'm down for all of it. Shawn, thank you so much for letting me, be on here and share this space while the ladies are out. And everyone in the chat room, have a great Thursday, guys.
God
Stay
bless you.
blessed.
God bless you, B. So what we're going to do now. All right, B, you can hang up the phone. I'll call you back later, man. God bless you, B. I really appreciate you.
No problem. Have a great one, guys.
Okay, so guys, this is what we're gonna do for the next couple of minutes. We're gonna go offline. We're gonna give the rest. I'm gonna yield the rest of the time to my good folks in Rochester, New York, 100.9 WXIR. They're gonna get the rest of the time. We're gonna play some music with DJ Young and Up. We're gonna party with him. So all my folks in Rochester, New York, God bless you. We're gonna yield the rest of the time to you guys. But to my folks here in the chat room, social media, let me stand up. I want to say thank you so much. We had a great show today. We truly appreciate you. Special shout out to Kathy Garrison, who is purchasing tickets to the comedy show. She's also coming to New York City, and I truly appreciate you. So, guys, get your tickets. Drew Tiz here be in the building. Y'all guys, come on now. We're going to have a great time October the 27th as we celebrate Cindy J's birthday. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to play some of that real good music by DJ Younganut. We're going to play that party music. You guys won't be able to hear it on the social media side, but y'all jump on over to Rochester. If they have the website as well, 100.9fm.com. You go WXIR. You go over there, you listen to some music for a few minutes, or you could go to Comedy World Network. So we're going to turn it over to DJ Younganut. Guys, God bless you. We are out of here. Thank you. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with Cindy J and Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right.
I like that, y'all. I like that. Yeah, I like that, y'all. I like that, I like